Hey guys, welcome to another Thursday on the Ponder Project. I'm Jim. This week's subject is about bullying. I, like most people, was bullied throughout school. Not so much physically, although there was the occasional physical bullying, the shoving, and all that nonsense. But most of it was the emotional or psychological kind of bullying. And yeah, most of it was because I was very skinny and effeminate, and a lot of people knew that I was gay before I did. And even after I figured out I was gay, it took a while for me to come out because I knew that I would face a lot of discrimination. So I know it sounds cliche, but the truth of the matter is people do tend to bully other people because of their own insecurities. I could think of some really good examples of this. In high school, I was bullied a little bit by this one guy who I used to be pretty good friends with until he found out that I was gay. Then he did his best to make me feel bad about myself and tried to turn other people against me, but the good news is that didn't really work so well. But he still made me feel pretty lousy. Then a couple years later, when I was in college, he contacted me and told me that he was gay and he was having troubles coming out, and he always knew he was gay and he always wanted to tell me, but he didn't know how to cope with it. And by then I'd already been out for a little while, and so I actually gave him some advice and I was able to help him out, which was a good feeling. And you know, the thing is, I couldn't stay mad at him because I know that being gay and being closeted is a really difficult thing to deal with. He chose the worst possible way to deal with it. But we all have our faults and we all make mistakes, and he was really sorry, and so I forgave him and tried to make his coming out a little bit easier for him by giving him some advice. Another example of being bullied, I was in middle school and there was this smartass who was very popular, very good looking, and came from rich parents. I'm sure a lot of you guys could think of somebody you know who's like that. Well, this guy teased me relentlessly about the fact that I was gay. I mean, it was middle school and I wasn't out yet, but I was somewhat effeminate, and he just, every single day, such a pain in the ass, and at the time, it made me miserable. Years later, he finally came out as being gay himself, and he actually apologized to me, and he now actually works for the legal team that is trying to overturn Prop 8, and he's a very outspoken supporter of gay rights and the right for same-sex marriage. So things change, people grow up. It's important to remember that sure, life might be really miserable right now, but years down the line, you can look back on it and be really proud of yourself for having gotten through it. You'll have a really great life, and you'll be really happy. At least I know I am. And I know a lot of people who have experienced the same sort of thing. Once you get out of school, or once you get past high school anyways, and you take control of your own life, things get so much better. But while you're dealing with it can seem really daunting, and it can be really difficult to find someone to talk to, and I wish the internet had been around when I was at that age. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of a dinosaur, ladies and gentlemen, but the internet is a really great place to turn nowadays. You can always find a like-minded person, somebody who's going through the same sort of thing, and I think it's a really valuable resource. So just stay strong and know that things will improve, things will get better. To triumph over adversity is a real accomplishment, and someday you'll look back and be really proud of yourself for having gotten through it. And the ability to forgive those who were thorns in your side for so many years is also a really great feeling. Sure, I could sit here and hang on to that anger, but that's not going to be helpful at all. And I refuse to continue to be wronged by my past. Those people have moved on, and I have certainly moved on. There's no sense in dwelling on it. So if you are experiencing bullying, realize that someday you'll be where I am, looking back on it, and it won't hurt anymore. So stay strong and know that things will change. I promise. Take it easy, guys.